What's up, Seafoods? It's Kaz, and I'm bringing you my Beyond the Brink tutorial. This is one of my most watched arena videos, so I think that tells me folks are struggling with it. There's a lot of comments telling me folks are struggling with it, and it makes sense. Like, usually in a situation where we're struggling, we need points or we need to do things quick, we just throw guys off, and that's really easy to do in this one, but it's actually not the way to go. So make sure to watch the whole video to figure out how to actually get 3 stamps for Beyond the Brink. But before you do that, don't forget to like and subscribe if this or any of my videos do anything for you. We're building a really great community here. We've done our first deposit to charity because 50% of anything I ever make from YouTube goes to a charity. And so last month we supported a homelessness organization as well as a Palestinian children's organization. It's not a lot of money, and I did 100% of what I earned on our first check. So I don't know, I think it's cool. At least your attention and clicks do something good for the world. So yeah, like and subscribe. So Beyond the Brink, let's talk a little bit more. It's in our first dragon arena. You're at age 40, you have infinite help. The thing that makes this quite infuriating, as well as others with this same modifier, is they don't take turns. So if they're close enough to you, they're gonna swing at you, which pretty much means you can't get swarmed. Now, in the method that I use, you are gonna kind of find that they do weirdly still kind of take turns, but we'll get into that. You have all shrine bonuses and capture tips, which are kind of useless, but you know, get them all out of the zone because it's a capture challenge. And you can see, because we're 40 feet up, that typically for something like this, it's timed, we're just gonna like throw guys off the whole time, but that actually doesn't work. What does work is what I'll show you in this video. Now, I very consistently can get 3 stamps on this. I have only 3 or 4 times gotten less than a minute 40, which is triple gold stamps, which just kind of involves some luck and being like taking the skills and tips I'm going to go through and doing them very, very well, which doesn't happen every time, but I can pretty much guarantee we're going to get 3 stamps when we do this, and I think that's enough to kind of get you on your way to gold stamps. But I'm not going to be able to talk and get triple gold stamps, and like I said, I've done this a lot of times and I still don't get gold stamps every time. So let's do what we typically do with these, kind of go through some offense and defense kinds of stuff here. And just because I don't know how the timer works once we get started here, I'm going to get started, but then I'm going to pause it so I can go into the combo menu and kind of show you what we're up to. So in terms of defense, really the things that you're gonna want to be really good at for this is parrying, and knowing when to do the deflecting, or aka a perfect parry, which of course is holding L1 as soon as they hit you, and that's a big part of the defense. And then the other part of the defense is really good offense in this one. So let's talk about that a little bit. The things you're going to see me do the most are palm strike. Palm strike is huge because essentially what we're doing is trying to create a log jam on one side of the capture area, and in order to do that, we need to like kind of keep our tangos in sort of a dazed place. And when we palm strike, an enemy is knock into any other enemies, you get a couple split seconds where folks are dazed, and so we're gonna palm strike is really good for that. The other one you're going to see me do is duck strike quite a bit at the edge of the capture space. Essentially, it's a very quick and easy way to get folks into a brief stun, and it also is, it's fast. Palm strike, sometimes you mess up, the directions don't go quite right, so I'm going to do a bit of both. And then one of the huge things is directional throw. So anytime an enemy you've perfect dodged, or you've parried, or perfect parried / deflect, you can directional throw tangos, and I'm going to be doing a lot of that because, again, you throw tangos into other tangos and they get dazed, and that's really what we're going to be aiming for. Now, sometimes what you're going to see me do is a crotch punch into a directional throw. So forward light attack, for a crotch punch and then a directional. It's just my go-to way that's both humorous and effective to be able to get a directional throw going right away. So that's really it. That's the offense and defense we're working on. I'm going to restart the challenge just in case the timer's been going this whole time. Now, I am going to break this down. I'm going to pause as we go because in my mind, I think that can be helpful, though I get it requires a bit more of your time and attention, so I appreciate you sticking through it. So when we get started here, what we're going to do is we're going to go after this Sean's disciple, and we're just going to kind of keep him relevant. Typically, if you swing at him, but don't go too far with it, he'll just kind of stand there for a little while, which is the kind of thing I was talking about. They're not taking turns to attack, but sometimes they do, and we're going to try and exploit that. And then from there, the other really important tip in this is to keep your attention focused towards the direction of this Sean's disciple. So throughout this entire arena effort, I'm going to be focusing in that direction, because for whatever reason, if you're sort of focusing in both directions, I think like tangos come out from both directions, but if you only focus in this particular direction, about 4 or 5 tangos only will come from behind you, and if we can anticipate that, it's a big part of being successful. That'll make sense soon. So again, step 1 for me right now is just getting this Sean's disciple out of the arena, and I'm gonna just sort of do that, and see, he's just gonna stand there. And so that's how we get started. It's pretty good. Now what's gonna happen is a few more tangos are gonna come from this same direction I'm facing, and in this one, 2 tangos come from behind me. So you're gonna see me essentially crotch punch the ones behind me, and I can't remember it now. What's it called? Duck strike. I'm gonna duck strike the ones right in front of me, or I might palm strike them. But generally, just anticipate the 2 that are coming from behind you, because those are the 2 that are going to make your life hard in this particular one. So let's see it. Oh, classic. You really don't want to throw tangos off. So this is our ideal right here. I'm right on the edge of the capture zone. No one's in here. That's ideal. Now another tango is going to come from behind me, and remember, don't throw tangos off. You're creating a log jam, which means you need to keep everyone alive as quickly as possible. And while I say that, I will throw harder tangos. I will throw harder tangos like Sean Disciples off when I get a chance to do it. And I'll definitely kick a stick at a Sean's Disciple. Okay, so we're in round 2, and now there should be a guy with a bat who's coming up behind me any second, but again, we're trying to keep everyone alive. Oh boy. See, that's really not good. Typically, I've ditched this Sean's Disciple by now, but if he's gonna log jam for me, I'll take it. So that was my duck strike. You can see I'm just gonna... So that's the other good thing about having all shrine bonuses, is you get all of your focus. And so for Sean's Disciples, and there's some more coming as well as a bodyguard, yeah, it can be good to use them for that. But let's see if we can keep this under 2 minutes. So that's just a deflect, perfect parry, and then a directional throw. We're doing pretty good. This guy's gonna swing. Okay, that one felt a little lucky, actually. And I'm gonna palm strike if someone gets close, because again, that can be really effective with keeping them at bay. Deflect, palm strike, directional throw. You're getting it, right? And I'm just hanging out here. So there's a Sean Disciples in here now, and I'm gonna try and throw her off. Damn it, that's really bad. Oh, the other one. So there are 2, this is basically the 3rd or 4th round, and there are 2 Sean's Disciples now. One comes from behind, and the other one from in front of you. And the goal is just to get rid of them, throw them off as fast as possible. I know I said don't throw anyone off. It's don't throw anyone except Sean's Disciples. So got under 1:58 though. So I was kind of hoping to get a little closer to 140, but that's triple stamps. And you know you've killed too many tangos in this, and too much time has elapsed when people with knives start coming out. Now, my sort of deltas or things that I wish I had done better is, one, don't throw off any of your basic thug type fighters at all. You want to keep them as live as long as possible because they're so easy to parry and throw around. The Shan's disciples, however, it's up to you. I mean, generally, I actually try and get rid of them a little faster than I did in this one, but that's kind of up to you. But certainly when the two sort of Shan's disciples come out, then you want to try and get rid of those two, because the last thing you need is 3 Shan's disciples hanging out. And there will be one bodyguard that comes, so just remember, use your focus bars for the bodyguards and the Shan's disciples, and you should be good. Again, you kind of saw how, in that whole thing, if I face in that one direction, the first round, you get 2 basic thugs that come, you can crotch punch and throw them away, throw them towards the sort of log jam we're creating. And then from there, in the next round, the one guy comes with a bat, and you just need to perfect avoid him, and then chuck him in that direction. And then the next go around will be the bodyguard, and then pretty quickly after the 2 Shan's disciples, and that's when you're using your focus bars that you've got up. But that's it. Super quick, super fast. I'll do it again just because that's so incredibly short. And we'll see how we do. But it's also just a chance to kind of see another playthrough. And I'll talk through any other sort of nuance that I find. But again, with this guy, we're just going to try and whack him, and then I sort of do a palm strike and he hangs out, which is beautiful. Just doing some perfect, some deflecting, and that's enough to kind of throw them. And it's great because you can deflect on their first one. I'm going to palm strike. I'm going to palm strike. Palm strike, if I could just palm strike every time, that would be best because it knocks him so far back. So I'm going to try and chuck this guy off now. Here comes the guy with the bat. Deflect, perfect, or deflection and throw. Deflection and throw. Let's see if I can palm strike the next one coming at me. Palm strike this fool too. It also seems like palm strike does a good amount of damage, but not a ton. Of course, the thing that does the least damage is the... Ooh. Oh, no. So, and then the other thing, the level up kind of way to do this is like to really kind of very subtly aim your directional throws in the direction of the person sort of closest. See how I'm sort of like focusing on who's closest when I directional throw. So again, we're just kind of any Shan's disciple, I'm just trying to ditch at this point. I'm out of my zone. We might have gotten under a 40. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's bad. Oh, maybe I'll still be able to get... Tie. Still under 2, no problem. So, hope that helps. Yeah, let's do some good comments on this one, too, because you may still be being like, yeah, okay, cool, how do I get below 140? And my answer to that will probably be focus and don't talk during the video. But, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, look out for my May drop of charities to choose from. And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all are rock stars. And catch you next time.